I'm back with a new video and it feels so good to be sitting in front of the camera right now. I have missed you guys so much and I do apologize 100% for the lack of videos. Literally, life has just been hitting me in every single direction. I've been super stressed out with work and school and it's been super hard to find time to sit down and film. Literally, I missed you guys so much and it sucks that I have to keep putting this on the back burner because I do definitely want to make this a priority and kind of start putting other things on the back burner for a little bit. But yes, anyways, so I figured that for this video I would do what was that? 2-in-1 video making up for the lack of videos. So I figured I would do a hair tutorial and a makeup tutorial. Today I thought I would do this really cool like bombshell-esque look. I want to show you guys how to get these really big loose curls using my IrresistibleMe flat iron, which guys I have been obsessing over lately, and then I thought that I would show you guys a makeup look to go with it. This is perfect for like a date night, special occasion, night out kind of look. So yeah, I figured I would show you guys what I've been doing a lot lately. And these curls are super fun and easy to do. So if you're interested in learning how I got this hair and makeup look, then please keep watching. I missed you guys so much, and I'm sorry, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Bye. Pretty much what I'm going to be showing you guys is how to do like bombshell curls. A lot of people aren't sure how to curl their hair with a straightener, so I figured I would show you guys because honestly I find that when I curl my hair with a straightener, the curl holds a lot longer and it's much easier and quicker to do. So I'm going to start off by clipping in my IrresistibleMe extensions just because whenever I curl my hair, not all the time, but most of the times when I curl my hair, I like putting in extensions because whenever I curl it, my hair goes from like here to here. So just to keep some length and body, I like clipping in these babies. These are, I believe, the 22-inch extensions. I cut them. I have a whole video on the IrresistibleMe extension, so if you're interested in seeing that, I will leave the link down below. Since my hair is layered, it's really easy to kind of blend them. And then especially once you curl the hair, they will really blend. I like just taking this largest track. Literally, it's like 4 tracks in one. And I just clip that in. So literally that one track just adds so much more length. Take like 2 of the smaller ones and just put those right here on top of it just to blend it some more. So once I do put that in, I literally just take my hair and I just start sectioning it. And before I start curling each section, I just go in with my TRESemmé Thermal Heat Protection spray just to protect the hair from any heat that will be applied to it, with my Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Serum to make sure that the hair maintains its moisture. So to curl the hair, I'm going to be using the IrresistibleMe Diamond Flat Iron. Guys, this freaking flat iron is amazing. Like, I'm not even kidding. I've been using this every single day since I received it like 3 months ago. Literally, this flat iron's amazing. It has ceramic plates with crushed diamond particles in it and tourmaline mixed in with it, so it helps the hair maintain oils. A lot of times if I curl my hair a lot or straighten a lot, it'll dry it out. This literally leaves your hair super shiny. I've been using this every single day since I've got it, whether I'm curling my hair, straightening my hair. And what I also like about it is the shape of it. It really helps the hair keep the curl. So I will leave the link down below if you're interested in purchasing it. And I do have a 10% discount code, I believe, for the extensions and for the straightener. It's Irresistible Janelle, so I'll leave that down below too. But guys, seriously, if you are interested in a new flat iron that isn't ridiculously expensive, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. So I'm just going to start by grabbing a shaft of hair like this, and I'm going to start by taking the straightener. I'm going to bring it down a little bit, and then I'm just going to turn it and then just slide the hair through like that. And once you're done, you just want to kind of twist the hair up, and then you're left with this really pretty curl. And it's like a really loose curl. The slower you move the straightener down, the more tight the curl will be, the faster, the more loose. And also depending on the size of your section. So basically for each shaft of hair, I'm going to twirl it in the opposite direction as the other. So for that one, I twisted it that way. For this one, I'll twist it inward. This is going to give the hair a lot of volume, which will really help with that bombshell-esque look. So for this one, I'm just going to take it like this. And again, you just want to turn that in and then just slide it down. And I definitely love straighteners that I'm able to curl and straighten with, like this. You definitely want your sections to be fairly medium sized because again, you want those looser curls and you just want to keep alternating the direction of where you twist it. This bottom section, you definitely want to start twisting the wand more toward the bottom of there. See how far down I am? And then I just twist it outwards like that. And then I start sliding it through. Because if I start the curl too high up, then it'll make the hair, it'll defeat the purpose of why we put in the extensions, because it'll make the length go all the way up. Finish that section, I'm just going to bring down this upper section. This has more of like my layers from my natural hair. So I'm just going to part the very like top of my hair. I'm just going to bring this part up. Cute hairstyle. Yes. Section, I'm pretty much going to do the same thing. I'm going to start curling a little bit higher up though, but I'm still going to change the direction of the curl. Start seeing them all come together. Okay, so now that I finished that part, I'm going to take down this very top section. This is where you want to decide what kind of part you want. So whether you want it down the middle, down the side. This is like one of the hardest decisions for me. I never know if I want to do a middle part or side part. The top section is probably one of the most important sections because you want to make sure that you frame the face nicely and like the way you want. You want to make sure everything's flowing nice. I've been considering cutting my hair like this short, as short as my first layer, but I'm terrified. I don't know, I'm scared. Like I feel like it would look cool. Like, can you imagine me with this short hair? But then I feel like I would get sick of it. I like doing once I finish curling everything, I just kind of flip my hair forward and back just to kind of shake everything up and get it all kind of more messy and bombshell like. And then I just take any like wide tooth comb brush and I lightly just brush through just to make it a little bit more messy. You definitely want to take more of whatever serum you use. I'm going to use the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine, and I'm just going to run that through my hair, but I'm going to kind of like scrunch it. I'm just going to kind of scrunch that through the hair. Now you're left with really like bouncy curls that kind of look effortless. Like they're very just there. They're very random. So this is what I love doing when I don't know like what to do with my hair, if it's third day hair. I really like this too because it does last a couple of days. Like if you go to bed, you can just put your hair in a bun or in a clip. And when you wake up, the curls are still going to be loose and effortless. The messier, the better. The more slept in your hair looks, the better. So yeah, so now let's jump into the makeup. Makeup, I started out by priming my eyelids using my Lancome La Bosse primer. This stuff just allows the eyeshadow to go on nice and smooth, and it allows it to stay in place without creasing. Then I went in with Frappe by Makeup Geek and my Sigma E35 blending brush, and I'm just buffing this on the outer third of my eyelid and up into my crease, just so that the other eyeshadows have something to blend into. This is a more warmer mid-tone brown shade, so because the shades I'm using are more on the warm side for this look. And you want to make sure to keep buffing it until it's nice and blended. Then I'm mixing Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek and then the shade Cherry Cola. I'm mixing those two together and packing that on with the denser side. This is the eyeshadow brush that comes in the Naked palette, and it's very dense. Any dense brush will do. And I'm just, again, stamping that on the outer third, kind of in a diagonal shape, and then pushing that up into the inner part of my crease, just below where I place the Frappe shade. Gosh, it is such a tongue twister trying to get all this information out. But basically, I'm just putting that in that very deep part, socket of the eye area. And then I'm going to buff all of that out using my Sigma E40 blending brush, just so that there are no harsh edges and so that everything blends nice and smoothly. Then I'm taking Espresso or any deep brown shade. This one is in the Lorac Pro palette. Honestly, any dark brown will do. I'm stamping that along my top lash line with an angled brush, kind of winging it, creating the shape of a wing, because I will not be doing a wing liner. I just want everything to be nice and smoky and blown out. Then to kind of blend that brown, I'm going to go more in with Cherry Cola by Makeup Geek and that same denser brush, and I'm just going to kind of push that up, blending the brown and that color together, again putting this in a wing formation on my eyelid. And I want it to be more thick as it gets to the outer part of my eye, and then let it kind of fade in the closer I get to the inner corner. Then I'm just blending everything together with a fluffy blending brush. Then I'm taking Corrupt by Makeup Geek or any black shade, and I'm taking this angled Lancome brush that I have. I love this for just focusing things on that outer corner. So basically I'm only concentrating this black on that very outer portion of my eye, creating a wing-like shape, and then I'm kind of just lightly feathering that in so that it blends into the brown and the Cherry Cola. This is really going to add to the smoky effect. If you don't want it as intense, you don't need to go in with the black. You can just use a dark brown. But I wanted this to be pretty bombshelly and smoky. Then I'm going to blend everything together again with my Sigma E35 blending brush and with whatever is left on that brush. This is just going to make sure that there's no harsh edges and keep everything nice and smoky and blown out. Then I'm going to take my MAC 242, I believe. I'm going to spray it with Fix Plus and then go in with this shade. This is the Anastasia shadow in Cognac, I believe. It's like a burnt red bronze shade. So pretty. Any bronzy shade will do, but I really like this one. And I wanted to wet my brush because I wanted it to be very intense. So I'm just putting that above where I place all the other shadows. Then I'm cleaning up any fallout with some remover and a Q-tip, and then kind of making sure that that outer edge is nice and crisp. Then I'm going to highlight using Nylon by MAC. This is by far my favorite highlighting shade for that inner tear duct. And then to blend between Nylon and then my eyelid shade, I'm just going in with China Rose by Anastasia to kind of blend those two together.
Come here, say hi to camera. Come here. Say hi. Hi. Say Anna. Say hi.
Hi.
Ah, what the chicken butt?
Say hi.
Anna, look at who's that? Who's that? You're so soft. Beso.
Beso.
I love you, chicken booty. Okay.
Okay, time for nap. Say bye, Titi. Are you gonna give Titi beso?
Can I get a beso, please?
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Titi.
Doogie.
Sit. Good girl.
Mwah!
Say bye, Titi.
Bye, I love you.
Say bye, Titi Juji.
So now I'm going in with my Genifique serum. I already moisturized. This I'm actually using almost as a primer, even though it's not, because it really helps everything glide on smooth and it adds radiance. Then I'm mixing my Becca Ultimate Complexion Cream and my Lancome Top Miracle Foundation. I'm mixing those two together and applying that all over my face. This is going to give a nice dewy finish, but still give me good coverage. The Becca foundation is amazing. It gives flawless coverage, and then the Top Miracle really adds a nice glow to the skin without making it greasy. Then to contour, I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Cocoa, I believe. So I'm putting that along my jawline, and I'm also going to be contouring my nose with this. I'm doing that with a regular foundation brush, and then to blend everything through, I'm going to go in with the same buffing brush that I used to apply my foundation. I'm blending real fast. As for highlighting, I'm going to be using my Lancome Mackie Complete Concealer in the shade Porcelain. This concealer is so amazing. It gives you the most natural, like radiant finish without being greasy. Such a natural skin finish. It doesn't crease, and I really like this for highlighting, especially the center points of the face, because it's super lightweight, super blendable and creamy. You guys have to try this concealer. And then I'm buffing all of that in with my Sigma, I believe this is the F80? It's the tapered kabuki brush, and I love this for concealer because it really just packs everything in place without letting it get cakey. Then to set that in place, I'm going to go in with my Rimmel Stay Matte powder in a powder puff. This really helps make sure that the concealer doesn't crease, and it's kind of like baking the under eye area because it's packing a lot of color in there at once. So I'm just placing this on the center part of my face, the parts that I want nice and bright and highlighted. Then in a second, you'll see me go in with my Absolute powder by Lancome in the shade Absolute Golden. Well, there's a very attractive face. So now is when I go in with the Absolute powder by Lancome. It's in golden. It has some like flexes of shimmer in it, but they're so fine you don't even see it. So it leaves the skin with a nice radiant finish, a nice glow, and it creates like a veil over the skin so that everything looks nice and airbrushed. I'm buffing that in circular motions upwards to really give it an airbrush finish. Then I went in with the Milani Blush in Luminoso, and I just used that to add a little bit of color to my cheeks. It's like a soft peachy shade. Then to highlight, I'm using Champagne Pop, of course, like always, by Becca Cosmetics, the one that Jaclyn Hill came up with, and I'm just applying a generous amount of that to my cheeks. Then I filled in my brows, as you can see. I did that off camera with the shade Espresso in the Lorac Pro palette. I'm taking that same espresso shade that I used to fill in my brows, and I'm stamping that along the lower part of my lash line. I'm not really smoking it out. I want to keep it the bottom part of my eye very like light. I don't want anything too smoked out down there, but I do want to define it a little bit. Then I'm going to take the black shade in this palette. You can use any black, and I'm stamping that on the outer corner of my lower lash line, and then also winging that on the top lash line, kind of creating a wing without using a liner. And then I'm just blending everything together again with my Sigma E35. And there is some leftover frappe on this brush, so that's also helped kind of blending everything together. Then I'm taking nylon again, and I'm just going to further highlight that inner corner so that it's nice and bright. And I'm also going to put some of that under my brow bone. Then I'm going to apply my Demi Wispies. These are the Salon Perfect ones. I seriously love these because they have a very natural finish, but they do give a lot of volume. I'm going to quickly prep my eyelids first with some mascara, and then I'm going to pop these on. Once I applied that, I went in with my Lancome lipstick in Blush Classique. This is like my favorite pinky. It's not really a nude shade, but it's a really nice everyday pink. So I just quickly touched that up on the sides. And then I went in with this Anastasia lip gloss in Sunswept. And there you have it. This is a completed look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and if you want to see more. I love you, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.